Zelebeko
We want to
Shalaba
lift up our
Rakadi Balaba Mali
tonight as we gather. Let there be a revelation.
Male
Let there be a
Koruti
revelation of the
Barabari Kedebe
that
Ribelebe
I
Di
need to
Baranda
expand my
Lavako
business.
Shalaba
The
La Di
secrets that I
Barabara
need to
Kadabari
increase my
Kedebe
profit. The
Ribelebe
secrets that I
Koshemandelebe
need to engage
Rendelebe
in business.
Rikadabara
The secrets
Bandelebe
I need in my
Koshalaba
business space
Rakai
to
Balaba
sell,
Rekadaba
to do well. Lift up your voice.
Rekadabalaba Ribelebe Koshemandelebe Rendelebe Rizelebe Koshadi Barandelebe Koshemandalaba Rababa Rakadi Barabaraba Rikadabaraba Likedebe Rebendelebe Koshamandelebe Kozaraba Le Koro di Barandelebe Koshedebe Rizelebe Korobalaba Rakababa Makadi Barandelebe Koshedebe
Amen.
Rendelebe.
Amen. When you read Proverbs 13:11, it says that dishonest money dwindles. Dishonest money, it dwindles away. But whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. You see, when you're gathering little by little, you know the effort you put into it. So you are not ready to just lose it to nothing. But look at a lot of these fraud guys that you see. They get money because is a dishonest means. They didn't know how to work for it. Like it just came like that. They didn't work to earn it. They can just buy certain luxurious cars or waste it on women, do all kind of things with it. But then the Bible says that he who gathers money little by little makes it grow. And that is why we come here every month because we are gathering little by little, by the day, by the minute, by the second. You may be doing your own business, you are being paid salary, some are doing both. But we are gathering and we are praying that whatever it will take for us to gather that money, little is what was the word? Depends on who is saying little. When a millionaire says that, oh, this is little money, I'm telling you, it's not little money. So there are levels and ranks in even expressing the little. But as we gather here every month, may the Lord reveal that wisdom we need. May the Lord reveal that skill that we need. That, sometimes just a little trick that you didn't know. That's aha moments that you go like, this is how they do this thing. That is just going to bring a swift turnaround in your business. We are praying. May the Lord give us those revelations, those secrets that are hidden from us, things that are not working in our business. May we find the solutions here to be able to improve on what we are doing. Lift up your voice and say, Father, open my heart, open my mind, open me up, Lord, to receive from you wisdom that will transform my business, that will transform my finances, that will transform my working space. In the name of Jesus, wherever you are, let's pray this last prayer before we start the session.
Adore di Barandelebe Kosharaba Rizelebe Koro di Barandelebe Kosherebe Leka dia Kaduru Balaba Rabandelebe Kosherebe
Lord,
Rizelebe Koro Balaba Rata di Barambale Kosherebe Likedebe Rakababa Rata di Balaba Rakadabandelebe Kosherebe Rekedebe li varandelebe kosherebe rezia kaba rakadi varandelebe kosharaba rekedebe li varandelebe kozelebe ikadabandelebe rekababa radi
God
balaba
bless
laba
you.
rakada.
Amen. And so I'd
Amen.
like to appreciate all of you once again for joining. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. We are still looking forward to a lot more people to join. Some are still trying to find the best place before they join. I know that, but yes, so just to welcome you once again to episode 4. I believe this episode is going to be very transforming for our business spaces and then our finances, our financial stance, like the kind of decisions we'll be making from today. I know is going to be very different from what we have always. So in this session, we are still going to have our session on digital marketing and branding. Yes, I don't know what Pastor Jari is bringing us this time, but he's always wowed us. So we really can't wait for the session. Then we also have Minister Francis coming our way with some serious AI moves that would really help our business. How we can apply certain how we'll be able to generate the right prompts to generate the right information we need, or the right outputs to excel in using AI to work. So AI doesn't come to take our workspace. No, it just comes to help us to work better. And God willing, this weekend we are looking forward to hosting an AI training, and we try to share the link. I don't know, but if you are interested, please let us know. We'll share the link with you so you register to be part. It's going to be 4 sessions. We have 3 sessions on Saturday and 1 session on Sunday, and it's going to cover like very vast. So Saturday is 3 hours each. So you can imagine how intense those sessions are going to be. All of this is supposed to expose you to these tools. We can't just be praying, reading our Bible, and then be believing God for the financial flow. Financial flow comes with principles. There are principles in finance. If you don't know maths and you even work hard for someone, you can't put together the figures. You'll be cheated. So there are things we need to know. And once we know them, things will begin to work for us. I mean, you'll be able to do your investment rightly to the extent that you like there's going to be cash flow every time, that you don't need to apply yourself all the time, do the hard work your whole life to be able to enjoy some wealth. So this is our main intention. We want to transform everybody's space so that we all make some billions. So yeah, we are just about starting our session. I want to encourage all of us in the next 2-3 minutes. Please let's share the link. Let's share the link. This is a free training, no charges. Everything we are going to hear here is free. We have an expert coming to also speak to us on accounts and investment. Tomorrow we have another expert that will come and open our eyes even much deeper into investment. So please, welcome to episode 4 of Catch Up with Lady Adel. Help us share the link so we have many more people join. And then we would like to start our session by introducing.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I celebrate you all. So I will start today with our AI section. I think we are all facing this light issue. So let me take the AI section first as we wait for Pastor Derek to also connect and continue with us.
All of us, so please. Some of us.
All right, Bobby. Yes. Okay. So today I'm coming your way with AI as your business partner. AI as your business partner. Now, AI is not going to replace entrepreneurs. AI is not going to replace entrepreneurs, but then entrepreneurs that are not using AI will be replaced. Okay, so sometimes you hear people saying that, oh, AI is taking people businesses, AI is replacing certain employees and all. Yes, but employees that are not using AI will easily be replaced. And those leveraging AI to help businesses grow will rather be accepted in the business. So how can you leverage the power of AI as your business partner, helping you to maximize your productivity each and every day? So this is what we are going to talk about today. And I have 2 sections, which is day 1 and day 2 of this episode. Thank you. All right. So last month, when we started episode 3, I talked about how to get ourselves online. how to get our businesses online using the Google Business Profile. And then also I shared with us how we can create our own website and have it hosted, for anybody in this world to have access to our business. So from there, some people linked up with Lady Adel. We took them through the various ways, even after creating your website, what else is needed to be done to put your content on the internet for people to access and all, because this section is very short, and that is why this time around better tools have been built and designed to help all of us learn much about AI and take our AI skills and make AI our business partner. So last month, we looked at Google business profiling, and we built our business profile. We put it on Google, on the search engine, on Google Maps, so that anybody can find our businesses. We also looked at building websites and what actions you must take to make your business be visible. So today I'm going a very different, route. So we learned about how to use AI to create our website. Now, as I was saying, some people reached out because they were finding it even difficult creating the website itself with the AI. They had access to the AI tool. Some AI tools were free to use. I demonstrated some, you need to subscribe, monthly subscription in order to have access to them. I also demonstrated those, but you will see that the membership to these AI tools were not the blockers, okay, were not the restrictions, but actually it was our ability to communicate with the AI to bring out the best, okay, from the AI. What exactly we are looking for from the AI was the issue. So that is why we put together this training tonight. Now, Ghanaian entrepreneurs have a very narrow window when it comes to leading in AI. And from a little research I did, we had around 64% of small to medium scale enterprises using AI report, which saves them close to 5 to 6 hours per week, time. So they can also, concentrate on or put their effort in other things, probably with families and all. So 3 times more content produced by AI-assisted business owners. Okay, so AI has tripled the number of content that these businesses that use AI produce. So your competitors are already using or experimenting with AI. So therefore, you also have to use AI tools. So AI tools are free and nearly free. Okay, so as I said earlier, some are with subscription and some will give you some freemium for some time, and then you will need to subscribe to migrate. So the barrier is the knowledge and not the money, as I mentioned earlier as well. So, and that is what we want to do tonight, okay? The barrier is what we want to deal with tonight. So businesses that build AI habits not now won't be nearly impossible to catch up with in the next 3 years. Businesses that are doing AI today, just imagine now, AI was launched very early, but we saw its effect in 2022 when ChatGPT or OpenAI launched ChatGPT in 2022 in November. Okay, and from November to this time, just look at the massive, change that has happened in the various industries that are using AI. You could see, a massive shift. So Ghana is a mobile first country. Okay, if I say mobile first, meaning we have a lot of people that use mobile phones, okay, to manage businesses, to go about their business daily. And therefore, it is in a perfect position for anybody having a business in Ghana to adopt AI and adopt it faster. So these are 5 AI tools you might have seen or used before or known about. Now, number 1 on the list is ChatGPT. ChatGPT. So ChatGPT was the first what we call LLM, okay, large language model. That is like an engineering term, meaning computer systems that are able to, receive and also give out human readable language. That is the large language model. So ChatGPT was the first, AI model that was released in public, okay, for people to use. And it is able to write content, answer questions for research, for planning, and also brainstorming. And it is best for all-round starting point. So a simple prompt like I'll write 3 Instagram captions for my business in Accra. Warm and also professional. And it says, and each with what? A WhatsApp, CTA. So this is a prompt that you can write to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is going to create 3 Instagram captions for your business. So whatever business it is, you put it in there. So these are some of the things we want to look at today. So if you look at the prompt that I just put right here, you could see that I have, you could see that I've left out the business. I just put business into square brackets, okay? Meaning we need to put our business there, okay? And these are some of the things we need to look at. Now, a lot of us, we are using AI, but we are not able to produce or to get the results we are looking for. Now, when you go on the social media, you see a lot of people doing this AI video or AI movie things. And sometimes you see some, they are very smooth, very clean, very consistent in their production, the words, the images, the characters they produce and all. But when you watch others too, you can see the inconsistency right there. Okay. And these are some of the things we want to deal with, because with AI today, one thing is sure, and that thing is what we call prompting. And this section is actually for prompt engineering, okay, and how to understand prompting or AI prompts better. So the next model is Claude, and Claude is popular with I would say mostly those that build software, products, okay. But then now its scope is open for people in all business domains. So it is used mostly, it is good at handling long documents for analysis and nuance writing, okay, and also great for summarizing contracts, reports, and also meeting notes, okay. So you have a very long document, okay, for those of you that are into research,
What's up?
Hello?
Please, you can continue.
Okay. I thought someone, okay, so someone has their hand up. Mom, please, can I call the person? I saw someone's hands up. Please.
Yes. I would also
Yes.
like to encourage everyone who has a question to kindly type it in the chat. We'll answer all your questions.
Okay.
But iPhone, your hand is up.
Okay, so iPhone, please, your hand is up. Unmute and ask your question, please. iPhone, please, can you hear me? Yes.
Sorry, please, mistake.
Oh, okay. That is fine. So please put your questions in the comment section. Okay, as currently watching the comment section for any comment that comes through. Okay, thank you so much. Okay. So as I was saying, yes, so that is what Claude does best. Okay, so for those of you that has heard of Claude AI and all, that is what Claude can do. Now we also have Gemini. Gemini is a product of Google, okay, the Google company, those that created Gmail and, Google search engine and all of that. Yes. So it is a Google AI and it is built into almost all of their product, Gmail, Google Docs, Google Sheets. So in all these product that they have, you can also leverage Gemini to help you do certain things around it. And, you can also decide to write a very short or create content and, scripts with Gemini. Then we have Canva AI. Canva is popular with those that are into design, graphic design, designing videos and pictures, images, and all. And they also have this AI tool that help designers to also create wonderful tools around their system. So lastly, on the list, we have Perplexity. Now, Perplexity is also very powerful in research, okay? And it is best for competitive research, market insight, and, regulatory questions. So if you want to enter a particular market and you feel like, oh, come on, let me just find out what is in the market. Because as you know, as a business person, as an entrepreneur, you want to understand a market before you make a move. Okay, so you would want to use an AI tool to help you gather certain information. Now, with the regulatory or the laws around AI now, AI is allowed to, do some search online. It has been given access to, the internet now. Okay, not in everything, but now it has a limited access, but it is able to go almost everywhere. Okay, so it will help you to, gather data, analyze a particular market, a particular domain, and understand, if your business, fits the market. Okay, and that is also the power of Perplexity. And also, again, it is also good, in coding and other stuff. Yeah, so these are 5 AI tools that as a business owner, you would want to know about and, try your hands on them. Now, how do we talk to AI? How do we talk to AI so it actually delivers what we are looking for? Now, someone can just open, as I mentioned, I said before, you can open an AI. So let me share my screen. I want to share this. Okay, so this is Claude. This is Claude AI that I just opened. Now, when you open any AI tool, for those of us that we are yet to experiment with it, okay, if we've not already started, if you open any AI tool, you have access to, this interface, and it gives you a very small, chat area like this. And, they have a template there. How can I help you today? So you want to write your prompt right here. Okay, you want to write your prompt right here. Now, also, this is ChatGPT. Okay, and ChatGPT again, just like Claude that I just showed you, has this interface as well where you can start, typing whatever you want right in here. Now, I can say probably let me just get the prompts we saw earlier. And then see what GPT will give us. So this is the prompt. I hope you can all see my screen. So this is the prompt. The prompt says, write 3 Instagram captions for my business. What is the business? What is the business? So for my, I would say, so,
So please, with this session, you can turn your phone to landscape so you see what he's doing. Or you can increase it like when you're expanding a picture on your phone, just so you can see the details of what he's trying to teach us. Okay.
Okay, so this is a very short, description that I'll put there. So write a 3 caption for my teaching lessons, business called Asempa in Accra, one professional, and that is all. So, this is an instruction to the AI. So AI just goes ahead and gives me 3 different, options to choose. So the first one, the second, and the third, going through them, we said 3 Instagram options, yes. So we can just choose any of these and, we can post them. Now, you can see that I didn't really tell the AI what my teaching lessons are about, the people that I want to target, the kind of, let's say maybe the gender, what actually do I teach and all. Okay, so it just gave me a summary. It gave me something out of what I've given it because I didn't describe the business properly. Okay, so the AI, per what we give it, gives us also what we have given it. So as mommy said in the advert video, she said whatever you give the AI is what you also get. So garbage in, then garbage out. Okay, so frankly, this doesn't look like Asempa, teaching lessons that I do. Okay, so it's just a fictional business that I just made up. Okay, but this doesn't look like what I'm looking for. So how do we now go ahead and create prompts that actually reflects what our business stand for, what we do? So there is this, way of creating, or let me say framework, that I use to create all my prompts, okay, to write all my prompts. And I call it the RCTFC framework. So the AI did not get smarter when you gave it a better prompt. You got more precise. That is the entire skill. The entire skill you need is how best you can give the AI, the context for it to build whatever you are looking for. So with the RCTFC framework, the R stands for what? The role. Tell the AI who to be. What do you want the AI to be? Do you want the AI to be a marketing expert? Or you want the AI to be maybe a software engineer. You want the AI to be an analyst, okay, a business analyst. You want the AI, give the AI a role. Tell the AI what to be. So an example is act as what? a marketing expert for small businesses in Accra. Blah, 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 blah will follow. So this is actually telling the AI what it should do, what it should behave, like the role it should what? Take. Then comes the context. C, give the background around a type. So the type there stands for what? The type of business in what city, the business is. So I run a, let's say maybe drinks, soft drink business in Takrade. My customers are, then you describe what? Your customers. You give AI the context. You give the AI the context. So after the context, give the AI a task to perform. And we mostly are looking at the task. That is what we do. When we are prompting AI, we are looking at the task. Oh, create this. Oh, generate 5 slides. Oh, do this. But we even forget to what? Give the AI a role and a context. So the tags now follow, and I think we are very good at what? The tags area. Write, list, compare, summarize, draft, or explain. Now, the next on our prompt framework list is the format. Specify the output as a bullet list or in 3 short paragraphs or under 80 words. Okay, so this is what the format that you want the AI to present, the results. So sometimes, like for those of us in that you want to create a video. You want to create a video, or an animated image with the AI. The prompt you give the AI, sometimes if you are looking for, let's say, a portrait picture or a portrait video, and you don't describe or tell the AI what output you are looking for, the AI will end up giving it to you in what? A landscape or a 16:9 format. And then now you want to what? Come and reprompt. And that is why in the upcoming AI fluency training for businesses, we are going to talk about a lot of this and how to properly, leverage AI to be first here in your domain, your business domain, in Accra, okay, and or any part of the world that you are joining us with. So AI fluency is coming up Saturday and Sunday this week. And it is going to be massive. We are going to talk about a lot of things. There are a lot that I can't talk about here in this section, or any of our facilitators can talk about in this section. But with the AI fluency, we'll have a lot of time with you, to teach you, to take you through, a lot of these things to gain, maximum privilege or competitive advantage over your competitors. So lastly on our framework is the constraints. Set limits for the AI. Keep it under 100 words. No jargon. Give me a professional tone. Okay, so these are what? Constraints. You constrain the AI to to behave in a certain way. If you don't set limit, it will end like the prompt I gave ChatGPT. It ended up giving me something it feels that is what is right for me. But it could be you want something close to 500 words. Okay, so this is the summary of the prompting framework, the RCTFC framework. Give AI a role, give it a context, give it a task, a format, and then what? Constraints. And then constraints. And then constraints. So let's watch AI write real content for us right now. Okay, let's watch AI. So I'm just going to use this fictional business right here, Ames Couture, a tailoring business in Accra, selling African print clothing for professional women, age 25 to 45, active on Instagram, and WhatsApp, currently posting inconsistently and struggling with what to write. So our first demo will be Instagram caption. You can either use ChatGPT or Claude or any of the 5 examples of AI tools that I mentioned before. And then in our demo 2, we'll be looking at a WhatsApp flash sales broadcast. Okay, so let's go to...
Hey, Francis, so we are behind time, so let's do one demo and then we can hand over to Pastor Jare. Tomorrow we'll continue. I believe all the jargons you are using is already a lot for us, so we have to absorb it in. But
Okay.
let's do one quick demo, and then we can, yeah.
All right, Mommy. Thank you so much. So let me just go ahead and copy this. Okay. All right, so I just copied the prompt in the presentation slides. Ames Couture, a tailoring business, and so on. And then this is also, the other section of the prompt. Act as a social media manager. That is a role. That is a role, okay, for a Ghanaian women's fashion brand. Write 3. So I'm giving it a task to perform, and then not followed by what? A context. Okay, so I said the tone should be confident, and okay, so I'm just under 80 words each, giving it constraints. So I'm following the RCTFC framework right here, and let's go with it. So I'm using ChatGPT. Okay. All right. So this is a very short Instagram captions right there. And as you can see, it included, the hashtags that I'm looking for. It included a CTA. So ready to upgrade your office look, message us now. That is a CTA, okay, a call to action. So this is, the 3 Instagram prompts that we want. And we instructed our AI to act as a social media manager, as a social media manager. So that is the first demo. I'm going to demonstrate the second one, God willing, tomorrow. But then 5 use cases with prompt you can use tonight. Number 1, content and social media creation. Okay, content and social media creation. You want the AI to write you posts, to write you captions, to write some scripts, some hashtag in just seconds, as we saw GPT do. Customer communication, draft WhatsApp reply. You have people WhatsApping you. You have your business already online. People are WhatsApping you. How do you respond? You can let AI do that for you. Sales copy. Sales copy. Sales copy, email writing. You want to follow up with some emails, research and planning. Okay, so on these cases, you can, I mean, like, try your hands around tonight after this section. Now, ready to go deeper. So, what will you build in AI fluency? If you are ready to go deeper in our upcoming program, AI fluency for businesses or for small to medium scale enterprises here in Ghana and all over the world. So you are going to gain AI for marketing and content. How do you, use AI for creating content for marketing? AI for customer services, AI for sales and follow-ups, AI for business operations, and AI for financial management. And these are going to be given in 4 sections, Saturday and Sunday, the 27th and 28th. And I'm hoping to see you right there. Thank you so much for having me tonight. See you
Thank you so much.
tomorrow.
Yes, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. He has tried to make it really simple and very detailed, but I believe there are still a lot of people asking themselves, what is he doing? So even to be, make it much simpler for ourselves, all of us use WhatsApp, okay? When you go to WhatsApp, you see something that they have written there, like Meta. It's an AI. It can equally do a lot of these things for you. So for all of us to not feel like strangers to everything he's saying, because maybe he's mentioning ChatGPT, which a lot of you may not have, Claude or Gemini, which a lot of you are not even looking out for them. On WhatsApp, where we chat very frequently, you could just go to Meta and then tell Meta what you do. Instead of Mom better Adel, come and buy, oh, my shop is open, come and buy. Oh. Now you could say to AI exactly what you sell and tell AI that, okay, I need a caption for my TikTok followers, something catchy. You add all of it when you're telling, you can chat. So when you press on the voice, like you're sending a WhatsApp message to someone, you can actually press on the voice prompt and tell Meta, please, I sell dresses, or I sell food. This is the kind of food I sell. I am on TikTok. I have this number of followers. I need you to give me a message right now for people to buy, or maybe I'm doing a promotion this month. I need you to give me a very catchy message. Say, you can say it like I'm saying it. Be specific, be exact. Give the AI more information. You see, it will just come up and he will ask you more questions. Would you also want one for your WhatsApp broadcast? Would you want one for this? And you can go on and on. So tonight, please, let's all give it a try. Let's start from the AI on WhatsApp, which is Meta. You can just type Meta on your WhatsApp right now. Please type it right now. And if you see Meta, just give me a wave. Give me a wave. Let's know that we are achieving something here online. Thank you. Thank you so much. Today we are really behind time. Please forgive us. And for those of us here, I'd like to humbly request that we share this link so more people can learn. So, Pastor Jerry, we are ready for you. Oh, okay. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. I see people giving me thumbs up. Yeah. So let's chat with Meta. Don't leave Meta there and be doing all the thinking, and you think that, oh, I don't speak good English. You don't have to speak good English. You have WhatsApp. So just speak to Meta. You can mix the English. Meta will do all the work. Then you just copy and then go and paste it there nicely. It will even add emojis and everything. Just tell him, add this, add this, add this. You just copy, go and paste. And that is how we are going to make some more money. And people will see our business to be more serious. Not that, come and buy, oh, come and buy. My shop is open. Please, let's move from that angle. God bless you all for moving from there. Yes, as we advance, we pray that we put it in practice. Pastor Jerry, we are ready for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lady Adel. I celebrate you. And then God bless you, everyone, for joining. There are a few people I would like to acknowledge. I've seen a couple of faces, names that has been with us since episode 1. Someone like Butterfly, Emmanuel said, therefore, Pastor, I celebrate you, Pastor Emmanuel Asante. They've been with us since episode 1. God bless you all for joining us and supporting IWC concept. So today, I'm so honored to be back again. Thank you so much, Lady Adel. I celebrate you. My name is Derek Ejari, and I'm a PR strategist. I'm a pastor. I'm a singer, and I'm Lady Adel's one and only son. Thank you so much. Okay, take me to the next slide, please. So for today, I'm going to talk about something called terms. So I was surprised when Lady Adele said, show your thumbs up, show your thumbs up. Please take me to the next slide. So when we talk about terms in digital strategy or brand strategy, what are we saying? Are we saying go to your works and be showing your terms to people, your customers, to your people? No. So when I say terms, what do we mean? Take me to the next slide, please. So when I talk about terms, what I'm talking about is the human unit model of brand strategy. So from episode 1, we've been talking about digital presence. We'll be talking about how we are going to manage our digital presence, our brand strategy. And also last month, we talked about the silent brand killers. But this time, I want us to take it from a different dimension, the human unit model of a brand strategy. So anytime we talk about brands, we talk about the business aspect of brands, we talk about the strategies we are building. But one thing we need to understand is brands do not talk to people. But it's people that talk to people. Before we build a brand, there has to be a person. So we are cutting down. So within a brand, what do we see? We see teams. Within teams, what do we see? We see a human being. We see a person as a unit. So that's what you're looking at today. That's why we say terms, the human unit model of a brand strategy. Take me to the next slide, please. So today I'm just going to brief us, and then tomorrow we take a good look into it. So, what do people remember most about a brand? Is it just the logo, the product, or the person you met? So let's say you walk into a company, you encounter a brand. What do you feel when you get an experience of the brand? What do you feel? Is it just about the logo? Is it just about the product or the person you met? Take me to the next slide, please. So the big idea is people don't interact with people. Brands don't interact with people. So for instance, products don't just talk to people. So the fact that you are having an interaction with a brand or an advertisement is speaking to you, or let's say a video, a content is speaking to you, it's not because a content is speaking to you, but it is a person behind. Just as Minister Francis said, that when you are putting in your prompts, you don't just put in your prompt, but you need to understand how you insert prompts, you personalize the prompts in order for you to get the results you're looking for. So behind every successful campaign, behind every successful brand, there is a person behind it, and every person is a human brand unit. So when you are talking about brands, we are not just talking about the companies, we are not just talking about the businesses or the products, but we are talking about you as a person. So someone may say, oh, I'm not a business owner, I work for someone. Does that mean I'm also a unit? Yes, of course, you are a unit because you are part of the team that is building the brand to make the brand a successful brand. Take me to the next slide, please. So why terms? So organizations invest in branding, but sometimes neglect the people who deliver the brand experience. So take a look at the security, take a look at front desk executives. Sometimes we pay attention to front desk executives because we feel like, oh, they are the face, the marketing team. But take a look at people who are cleaning. Take a look at people who are the security staff. So from one thing you need to understand is from the very moment someone sets his or her foot in your company, from security, from the entrance to the main office, the experience the person is going to experience from the main entrance to the office is all part of the brand experience. But sometimes we kind of neglect the people who deliver the brand experience. And then a single interaction can either strengthen or damage your reputation. So First Lady Adele will say the fact that the way you are even smiling is not even encouraging people to even buy from you. So I work with Lady Adele in the choir. So Lady Adele will always say that, oh, when you're on stage, be smiling, at least dance more, because you are not really encouraging the people to also dance along with you. So imagine, let's say, a powerful musician like Dinah Hamilton or probably Cissy Winans is on stage, and then she's so reserved to herself. She's not moving, she's not engaging the crowd. I believe you will not even engage music. You will not go in on your Spotify or your Apple Music to even purchase their music. But sometimes you love what they are doing because, oh, you'll be like, oh, this woman gets these. This woman has class. Oh, come on, look at the composure. So this is the same thing that applies to brands. So a single interaction can either strengthen or damage your reputation. Take me to the next slide, please. So the TAMS model. So T for trust, again, TH for human representation, U for unity, M for meaning, B for behavior. And that's one thing I'm going to talk about very much tomorrow. And then S for stewardship. Don't worry, tomorrow we're going to look into it very well. Take me to the next slide, please. So the customer journey. So after a brand promise, there has to be a human interaction, a customer experience, perception, and reputation. So this is the climax. So you start from the brand promise. Oh, this is what we are going to deliver. Then there has to be a human interaction. What conversation is happening? Then the customer experience. So the customer goes out there feeling satisfied. Then now the customer has a perception about the company or your brand. Then the perception that the customer is having about your brand now creates a good reputation in the minds of your consumers. Take me to the next slide, please. So, real example, a rude receptionist overshadows a beautiful office. So you can build your office, have all the fancy lights, have all the fancy chairs, you can have all the massaging chairs. But if the person attending to the customer is rude, trust me, the experience is going to be it's not going to be a heaven experience. So a caring volunteer makes visitors return. So maybe you go into an office, or let's use a bank for instance. You go into a bank and let's say you're frustrated, the network is not working, the bank app is not working, the USSD is not working, or probably your MasterCard is having an issue of one or two. You go into a bank and of all your frustrations and you go there, then the teller is rude to you and like, the next thing you go home, you'll be like, the next time I'm going to remove all my money and then close my account. But you see, when you go there, despite, let's say, the challenges you are having, and you have the very good conversation with the teller, or let's say someone, the security or the front desk executive, they will now tell you, oh, please, can we offer you some water? Maybe they won't even give you anything like a drink or a coffee or something, just water. Or they might not even offer you water, but then their voice alone, their tone, their demeanor, their gesticulations, how they receive you alone will also help you to calm down. Or maybe you are walking into an office and then you see, let's say, a poster, or let's say a poster there, and it is saying, keep calm. You are not the only one in trouble. Keep calm. Let's say you are not, like some words of encouragement. Or let's say you are done purchasing something and then they give you a little note. Thank you for purchasing from us. We are glad that you chose us. It feels so beautiful. Or maybe it's a handwritten note with your name on, so beautiful. And also, an honest employee builds a lifelong trust. The way you want to have a good relationship with your partner, that's the same way brands also have to build relationships with your customers. Take me to the next slide, please. Applying terms. So for founders, model the culture. There's a culture that you have to build. We are going to look at it tomorrow. For entrepreneurs, build the people before promotion. So people are easily promoting their businesses, their brands, and everything they are doing, but they are not building the terms culture. And then for workers, every interaction is branding. Every interaction is branding. Take me to the next slide, please. So reflection. Before we come back to more, I want you to ask yourself, so what does my behavior communicate? At my workplace, online, in my house, as I'm selling, maybe you may be selling from your house. What does your behavior communicate? When someone calls you and the person say, oh, hello, in the next 1 minute, what does your behavior communicate? Would the person trust you, or are you strengthening or weakening your brand? Take me to the next slide, please. So every person, I want to remind you again, it's a human brand unit, and every interaction in branding is an opportunity. Thank you so much. And then I will have to see you tomorrow. And then please try your best to invite as much as you can. Invite your colleagues, share the link with your family, share the link to your customers. Maybe there's a customer out there that needs this even more than you do. And I know you need it more too. Thank you so much, Lady Adel, for having me. I celebrate you.
Thank you so much, Pastor Jerry. Tomorrow, Pastor Jerry is going to take his time. Yeah, I know some of you are saying that, hey, why is he going? Where is he going? Is he going to the US tonight? That is rushing. No. So yes, thank you all. Yeah, thank you. We are still on tonight. We are gonna hear from a very different angle when it comes to accounts and investment, and we have a professional in our midst. I'd like to encourage all of you who have not registered for the AI Fluency, please register. We are gonna post the link in our chat. Please register. We are kindly running it on a 50% discount. Yeah. And then please, if you have not visited www.iwc, then if you find a course you think would help your business, would help you, and we have free courses, but there are also paid courses, and the paid ones have a lot of free courses embedded in them. We have more courses that are coming up. Would like to encourage all of you. This is a faith-based learning platform that is going to help us. We are using Bible principles to make us understand some of these things and why we need to do all of this. So thank you very much. And please, Mr. Eric Ahia, are you ready for us? I don't know if Eric was ready. I told him it wasn't his session.
Ready. Good evening. I'm ready.
Hello, Eric. Oh,
yes.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I can hear you clear, very loud and clear. Very loud and clear. So please help me welcome Mr. Eric Ahia here. Yes, a former colleague, very, very good. He's a very good person. That's one thing I can say. He's very helpful. He's very intelligent. He's an accountant, and he's been in the banking space for so many years. He has in-depth knowledge in all of these aspects. A lot of you, okay, for those of you who will join our mid-year review for entrepreneurs, it's coming up ending of July. We are going to help entrepreneurs, especially SMEs. A lot of people are working. You're operating a salon. You don't even know if you are making profits. And when they say you just gather whatever you have, and you're away. We want to help you to put your books in order so that in case you need funding, then you can go in for it. So we are going to do things on funding, helping you, know your true profit, help you to know how to file your taxes, and then also do some bits of AI that would help in your business expansion. Like I said when we started from episode 1, the whole intention of this is for you to move your business to the next level. So if you keep journeying and you're not moving your business, please start advising yourself. This is the best time to do something to expand and increase your base. I keep saying, if you keep doing the same thing, you can't achieve a different result. You need to change how you are doing things. And you may be in that one space, but you may have 1,000 more customers who will give you more income, and you can now turn into the billionaire you've been praying for. So thank you, Mr. Eric Ahia. Please, it's all yours. Kindly take us through the accounts for entrepreneurs, and then some of the investment packages available. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I would like you to share the screen for me and then all of that. Thank you so much, everybody. Once again, as Apostle mentioned, my name is Eric Ahia, and I'm an accountant. I work with a bank. And tonight, I'm going to take you through accounts and investments. What I would say is that these are things that it forms part of our everyday life as individuals and as businesses as well as organizations. And so every decision we take as a home, an entity, has a bit of accounts that we need to render, has a bit of an investment that we need to keep because most of the times we are not so informed about some of these things, we do them anyhow. And for that matter, today, this gathering is to enlighten more. We need to understand why we need to open an account, why we need to get investments, and so on and so forth. So tonight, I would love it to be a discussion amongst ourselves. So like the previous facilitator said, if you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section. Whilst we go through the slides, we would answer them as it comes. So please take me to the next slide. Good. So at the end of today's presentation, we are going to look out for 7 key things. So we would want to look at what current accounts are. We would want to look at what savings accounts are, fixed deposits, specialized accounts. We would also look at stocks and equities, bonds and fixed income, mutual funds, and the real estate and other alternatives. So we're going to start with current account. Current account. So this is one form of everyday transaction that we have as individuals, as SMEs, as families. So current account has to do with account that is up to date, that at every point in time we can fall on. For instance, from the business point of view, we are saying that when we close from our shops, we are supposed to keep our funds at a safe. So one of the safest places to keep our account, our funds is with the bank. So somebody walks in and says, I want to open an account. Then you have been asked, what type of account do you want to open? Then you say, okay, I run a small shop, so I want to keep a current account. Why do you need a current account? That account is needed for the reason that you can every day drop something in it or take something out of it. So the current account is a life account where at every point in time, you can just make a withdrawal or you can make a deposit. So we've been hearing, keep a current account, keep a current account. Current account is mainly for businesses. So for instance, you have a daughter who is in school and he wants to keep an account. Because your daughter will not be receiving funds into these accounts day in, day out, or would want to be making withdrawals and all of that. At the end of the day, you would be thinking of doing something apart from a current account. There we come to a savings account. In fact, with businesses, the most ideal account to open is a current account. The current account, at the end of the day, because we have what we call cash movement, your inflows and your outflows, at the end of the day, determines what type of account you are going to open. So as a business person, one of the accounts that is more ideal to run up your enterprise is a current account. For savings account, some people would say that savings accounts are kept as an excess funds. Savings accounts are kept as excess funds. So for instance, I'm into the sale of clothing. So I can say that, okay, at the end of the month, I want to keep 1,000 out of what I have been doing as my personal savings. Don't forget that I said the current account is a day-to-day sort of. account that is kept to run your business. So with the savings, I just said that you can set aside some amount of money to say that I want to keep it for myself, for my hustle, for whatever I'm going through as savings for myself. So that might come at the end of the month. It might come bi-weekly, it might come weekly. So sometimes a standing instruction is set on the current account to cater for the savings account. So the ideal thing is that before you see somebody having a savings account and the person is a business-minded person, of course, the person would have opened a current account. The current account can be opened in a business name, that is, if you have registered your business, or can be opened in a personal name, that is, if you have not opened an account. So the savings is the SSS that you have envisaged or the SSS that you have gotten as a result of your operations, and you want to set aside some. So sometimes somebody will say that I want to buy a land. I do not want to use my business operating funds to purchase that piece of land. For that matter, I would want to contribute something in the next 12 months, in the next 2 years, purposely for the acquisition of that piece of land. Then the need for a savings account. When we come to a fixed deposit, what we are looking at as businessmen and women is that at the end of it all, everybody would want to say that, look, this is what I have done and this is what I have kept. So fixed deposits are normally accounts that are created for ideal funds. Ideal funds here means that I do not have ready needs for these funds. Therefore, the intention not to spend the money anyhow or not to put the money to something that is not properly planned, then you will think of to fix the funds. So we have so many ways of fixing the funds. We can do for 30 days, we can do for 91, we can do for 182, then we can do for 364, 65, which is a year. So you walk through the bank, then you tell them that, look, I need a fixed deposit package. So you will be enlightened on the categories. When it is 30 days, which is 1 month, has a specific rate. When it is 91 days, it has a specific rate. When it is 182 days, it has a specific rate. Then when it is 365 it has a specific rate. The rate varies from one bank to the other. And this brings us to what we call risk assessment. So there are certain banks that they can say, if you give me your 10 million, within 30 days, I can turn it to a 15 million. I can generate returns of 50% on your 15 million. For that matter, if you give me 10 million to keep for 30 days, I am going to give you 13 million. So as a bank, I am also going to keep the 2 million as my profits from generating 3 million in addition to what you have kept with me. So it applies to other banks. Normally, when the returns are higher, then there is that knowledge to say that the risk is also high. So with fixed deposits, once you are getting a higher returns, please get to know that at the end of the day, the the risk associated with that is also high. When we come to specialized account, so you go to some banks and they will tell you that mebada achinti a Jafo account. Like you will see some funny names like Me First, Edu account, and all of that. So sometimes you see mobile bankers come around and tell you, oh, Obano me account mano, and all of that. So these are specialized accounts which the banks, for some good reasons, have created, and it has a specific features that if you go to other banks, you might not see it. For instance, where I work, we have an account that is mainly purposely for women. It's mainly for women. So if you are a man and you want that account to be opened, at the end of the day, such an account will not be opened for you. We have accounts that are for only kids. We have accounts that are for only the aged, and a whole lot. So these are specified accounts that from one point to the other, it is designed to meet a segment of a population. So for instance, if we know that Accra Central is choked with women are the most populated people and they are into business around that area, a bank can decide that you have a specified account called a Jadifo account. Okay. And in that category, they can give us an age limit. So to say that it falls between people in business or women in business from age 20 to 40. If you are in that bracket, when you are able to keep certain amount with a minimum balance of this, you are likely to get a support, a loan facility for this amount. So specialized accounts are accounts that we normally create to benefit us in certain ways. I have a child and I want to say that in the next 7 years, I want to be putting something for the child. When the child is due for school, I do not want to dip my hand into my working capital and then start to pay fees and all of that. So I go to the bank and then I'm advised on a specific account. So we have the kiddie account and all of that for children. We have for the aged and all of that. So when we look at stocks and equities, so you've been hearing that this time around, MTN is selling its shares, MTN is offloading its shares, Cowbank is doing the same, EcoBank is doing the same, other institutions are selling stocks. So as part of what we do as an account, you can walk to MTN and say that I want to have a stock with you. I want to have shares with you. So at the end of the day, MTN would quote a price that the share price per one is this amount. So if you look at what you have as sort of an investment package, so there's the stocks and equities, the bonds and the fixed income, mutual funds, the real estates, these are investment products. These are investment packages. So what we are trying to say is that investments, we are looking at something in essence of just one calendar year, which is one accounting year, which we call 12 months, 1 year. So investments could be 5 years, 10 years, some can do 15 years and what have you. So MTN will tell you that, okay, I'm selling this for this specific number of years. You can only get dividends, you can only get interest at maturity. So for instance, if MTN displays is shares. So you want to be a shareholder. If you want to have stocks in MTN. So MTN will say that, okay, I'm floating my shares, I'm floating my stocks, and I want people to come and then buy so that they become part of the decision makers, they become part of the business. Then when you sign on to any of these projected funds, then at the end of the day, you become part and parcel of it. So you would hear again that government is floating out T-bills. So it is also an investment package, and government would want to do that for 91 days. It would want to do that. So government is just inviting people. That place, look, come, you have excess money. So like I said, before we do fixing of funds, before we do buying of bonds and other things, it is believed that we have excesses. Because if you are a young entrepreneur, you just started like 2 years, 3 years, and you have a vision of becoming one of the market leaders, you want to penetrate, you want to reduce pricing and all of that. If, let's say, you made profits first year, second year, you do not go and then start to invest your money into bonds, because bonds can take like 5 years before it gets matured. Bonds can take 7 years and all of that. So if, so to say, there is an emergency and you need to reinvest, there are price hikes, and then you need to, invest more into your business because it is locked up. It might take some time before you get it paid back to you. So, with investment, we are looking at you having excess. So before somebody thinks of investing, then at the end of the day, the person wants to say that, okay, at the next 5 years, I don't want to touch this money. I don't want to go near this money. So I want to lock it in this sort of area. Mutual funds has to do the same thing. If you come to real estate, where people would, it's an area where people are now going to very much, people are trying to buy lands, people are putting up buildings and all of that. It is an investment. So we ask ourselves that if you start up to build on a plot of land, how long would it take you to finish that structure? If it is for commercial, where you could say that you would want to do it for rental, ask yourself, in the next 5 years, will you be able to recoup what you are investing? If no, then it becomes an investment package. So sometimes some people will start and they are not able to finish. Sometimes some people will start and quickly they are able to finish. And all has to do with the level of your commitment in terms of what you have done with your business. Don't forget that all that we are saying with investment, what we are saying that is sort of locking up your funds for some number of years that you wouldn't have control. One interesting thing is that if I invest my funds in real estate, okay, and I would want to say that, no, I want to pull out from what I'm doing currently. What it means is that I either have to sell whatever investment I have made at a reduced price. For instance, I get a piece of land, I've been able to do footing. My total cost from the purchase to where I've gotten to is, let's say, 1 million Ghana cedis. Now there is an emergency, I need to reinvest some funds into my business. As at that moment, you might not get somebody who has readily 1 million Ghana cedis wanting to buy a land or wanting to buy a piece of property that has getting to just footing. So people will come, although, but they will tell you that I'm going to offer you 800,000 Ghana cedis, I'm going to do 700,000 Ghana cedis, because you needed to make your business a going concern, you would think of just selling it at a reduced price. So one thing about investment is that if you are not too sure and you get into it, pulling always comes with some difficulty at the end of the day. If you lock up your funds in bonds, which is, of course, is also a security for the next 5 years, and there is an emergency where you need to pull out, trust me, whichever bank you go, they will tell you that, look, if the yield on the investment is, say, 50,000, because you want to liquidate before the specific number of years you have actually entered the contract with, trust me, some banks are setting penal charges for you pulling out. For instance, they will tell you that we'll charge you 25% because don't forget that banks do buy and sell. They buy money and sell money. So you brought your 2 million Ghana cedis, they've given it out as loan to somebody, thinking that you said you come for the money in the next 5 years and it will be 2.2 million. Now you come year one that you needed all your 2 million. They've already given the funds to somebody. Where are they going to get it? So they'll penalize you for that. So when it comes to investment, it is an area that you need to take calculated risk, because if you think that everybody is buying shares, everybody is buying stocks, and I want to also do that because people are doing it, at the end of the day, you may get locked up on the way and you would want to pull out. Pulling out becomes a problem. So today, what I want us to get clear is that when we are speaking about types of accounts, types of investment, with accounts and all of that, we are looking at things that are within one accounting year, within 1 year, things that fall short within 1 year. But investments can travel for a longer period. So with all other accounts that we are looking at, we can say that within 1 year, whatever we have signed on to, we can easily get into those accounts, pull easily. But with investment, if you don't take time, you invest and your funds will be locked up and it might be worrying for you. So I entreat all of us that before you want to take any investment package, try and understand the nitty-gritties of it, because to every funds that comes, there is a risk component which we call inherent risk that you might not be aware. So you see that most of the times they will tell you, bring this amount, you get this. Then later they will tell you terms and conditions applied. So the terms and conditions applied, if you don't take time, you might not know that you bring an investment for 5 years, you want to pull it for the first year, they are charging you penal charges of 25%. You go to court and they will tell you that, did you read the terms and conditions? It is stipulated in there. It becomes a challenge for you. So as business men and women, if you go to GRA, so per the laws of Ghana, every business year one is supposed to, make some sort of minimal profit or even to make loss. Second year, you are supposed to break even. Third year, then we should see you making some sort of profit. So if you start business and year one, you are not getting so much, you are still paying for your fixed items that you have invested. So it is allowed. Second year, if you break even, that is, if you put all your expenses plus your revenue together and then you are not making anything, please don't be worried. It gets to the third year, we should see some changes, because by then we could have said that you have gotten fit, you could have been able to identify which parts you are supposed to get through well with. And for that matter, from fourth year, we should see you running from the business point of view. So if fourth year, you are still not making anything, then all this we are asking or we are deliberating about is going to be something that is going to be very difficult. Apostle, can you take me to the next slide? Yes, so I've spoken about the types of bank accounts. So please, let's go to the next slide. Yes, let's go. Yes, so let's go to the next slide. Hello, Apostle, can you hear me? Yes, good.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. So I have spoken almost through with all the types of accounts and investment and all of that without even going through the slides. So let's look at this slide carefully. So we have choosing the right option for you. Choosing the right option for you. So we have the goal and then the best fit. The goal and then the best fit. So we have daily transactions. Daily transactions. We have emergency funds. So we are saying that if somebody wants to keep an emergency fund, then the person should be
This
looking
woman on
at
TikTok that does 30 seeds like saving. So it's 30 seeds like when a year starts. Like
Please go on. I've muted them. Eric, you're muted.
okay, sorry. So I am saying that choosing the right options for you as a business woman, as a businessman, as an individual, it is always worth noting that every decision you take, it should be backed by a goal. Every decision you take should be of the best options. So, for instance, if you want to do, for instance, something that would be on a daily basis, something that would be on a daily basis, then we are looking at you getting an account. Okay? If you want to do, for instance, something that would be of an emergency, so we are saying that as individuals, as businesses, we are supposed to have what we call contingency fund or emergency fund. Today, somebody who is into the sale of sugar, okay, and you know normally sugars are imported from Brazil and other countries, then there is a whole of a sudden the dollar is reduced. Then you know that sometimes people bring their goods to the port and they want to just offload and then sell and then get back to bring more goods. So you have this emergency where you could say that, okay, I am keeping 3 to 6 months of certain amounts. Once there's reduction in prices, I get my warehouse stocked. Once there is reduction, I get my warehouse stocked. It could also be that your suppliers are asking you to bring some form of money so that they could give you lots more of the stocks that you are dealing in. So at the end of the day, you could see that if you don't have that emergency fund or the contingent liability, as we call it in accounting, at the end of the day, you would see that you have to run two financial houses for That is why you see that you want a loan. Then they have to take you through their processes. And sometimes it can take you more than a month. It can take you like 3 weeks and what have you. By then, your supplier must have lost trust for you. But if you are able to have that emergency fund, it's going to always bail you out. When we look at short-term goals, so for instance, in the next 3 years, I want to put out something. So if in the next 2 years, I want to buy a car, okay, so I have some funds readily seated in my current account or my savings account, then the option would be that, okay, why wouldn't I fix that account? Why would I fix that fund? Already we said that previously that fixed deposit ranges from 30 days to 365, which is 1 year. So if you have in mind to do certain things within short periods, 1 year or 2 years, and you have the funds, what you can do is to best fix the funds. That is into fixed deposit. So you go and negotiate. In fact, I can say that currently, if you have 20 million and you want to fix it with a bank, the best you can get is 4.5 per annum. 4.5 per annum. If they want to go beyond that, then they would either consider 5 or 6. That is if you push. Because the measure of all fixed deposit is T-bills. So once T-bills are falling, what it means is that your funds would not be of so much use to the banks, because the banks will take your fixed deposit, fix it into T-bills. It's risk-free. They get some funds from government and all of that. So if government is giving them something very low, the end result is you, the customer, you, the businessman, you end up by not getting so much. So we are saying that if the goal is to do 3 to 5 years something, then the next thing you should be looking at is into mutual funds. So the mutual funds, you see, we have certain funds that is a sort of policy that will say that, okay, you can keep your funds with me for the next 5 years, and these are the packages that you are supposed to get. If you don't default on that arrangement, at the end of the 5th year, you go and then your funds is intact. We spoke about stocks, we spoke about real estate, and I mentioned that real estate takes a longer period. So if you want to consider going into real estate, you want to consider doing stocks, you want to consider buying shares, then that is what we call a long-term wealth building. So with those ones, I mean, the Kwame Despite, the Ibrahim Mohammeds, and then what have you, they are those who you always see them fall into that category. They have excesses of funds. So they will want to say that I want to fix this one for the next 10 years. I don't have any need for the funds. I have my contingency ready. I have my emergency funds. I'm able to meet up my current liabilities and all of that. So these excesses, you can lock it up in a long-term investment. And because these are long-term investment, it comes with some form of good yields. So at the end of the day, you see that by the 10th year, you are getting something huge. If you're able to put up a structure and it's going for rent and all of that, it is perpetuity. That will be there for forever. So you can look at retirement planning and all of that. And like I said, there are specialized accounts that goes with all these things we are talking about. Also, let's go to the next slide. Next slide, please. Good. So we are looking at now what we are supposed to take away. So we are looking at the key takeaways today. We are saying that current account, okay, current account handles daily movement of funds. Savings grows your reserves. So we are talking of reserve. We are saying that, okay, I know that I'm supposed to get 2 cedis. I'm getting 5 cedis. So I want to set aside 1 cedi. Then it becomes your savings. So we are saying that, okay, the reserves are that, okay, you anticipate to get 2 cedis. You are getting 5 cedis. So out of that, you are making excesses. So those are, we call it the reserves. So you can say that, okay, out of the 3 cedis as my reserve, I am taking 1 cedi into my savings, and it is normal to do that. So we are saying that stocks offers the highest long-term returns but carry the most short-term volatility. So again, with stocks, we are saying that yes, it is going to be something for a very long time. But at the end of the day, you can see that they say, hey, today MTN is selling, the shares are this, their stock is at this. Small time, you see that everybody say, hey, I don't want to invest with MTN again. Their stocks are falling straight. In fact, one speech of Donald Trump can change everything within a second. If Donald Trump comes out right now and he says that he's coming to deal with Elon Musk, he's coming to penalize Elon Musk, because we know Elon Musk has a lot of businesses and all of that. Quickly, people that have shares in Elon Musk businesses, people that have bought stocks in Elon Musk businesses will start to pull. So you see quickly volatility. Prices can easily drop. If Donald Trump says that, look, I want to do business with MTN, I'm telling you, their stock price will change within a twinkle of an eye. You can't buy it. In fact, you can't even buy even 10 shares, because these are superpower personnel that when they speak, it comes with a lot of strength, and it changes everything. The very day he announced that he's signing a deal with Iran, fuel prices started to drop. As soon as he announces that we are not done with the war, we want to fight more, you see that prices starts to go up. So our takeaways are, with mutual funds and EFTs, what we are saying is that you need to do a lot of diversification. And with mutual funds, it means that you have to set aside certain amounts of money for normally for the unforeseen things that might happen in life. Fixed deposits are guarantees that they, at the end of the day, will lock up for. Yeah, so we know that, okay, at the end of the year, I'm going to get this amount, but I need to keep this thing that I can't touch. Some banks, you lock up your funds and they tell you that even no emergency can cancel it. No emergency can say that I'm coming to liquidate. Or you'll be charged penal. You'll be charged penalties on your own funds. So these investments and these accounts are things that we need to, take a steady look at before we are able to get into any of them. So all that I want us to understand is that as a businessman or a businesswoman, you need to have all these things run through your mind. Maybe some of us have started doing business for the past 5 years. We've not been able to even register our businesses. I want to encourage you that registering a business is not anything that is difficult. You need to register your business. You need to have a current account. If you have excess money, get into savings. You can get into specialized accounts. You can also lock some of your funds if the ideal thing is that you are making profit in excess. You have a lot of reserves. You can lock some funds. You can get into mutual bonds and all of that, so that when one area is not doing well, others might rise. That is what we call the diversification. So So somebody will say that do not put your eggs into one basket. So you can have a savings account. There are some savings accounts actually give returns. Some current accounts, at the end of the day, depending on the type of current account, can give you yield. Investment accounts and all the time gives some sort of returns. So having all this knowledge as a businessman or woman would guide your thoughts in terms of spending, in terms of taking certain decisions that will not inure to the going concern of every business. Please take me to the next slide, MC.
Please, that is
So I would want to say that let's all develop the habits of getting this type of investments and accounts. And if we do that, it's going to help our businesses to grow. And 2-3 years to come, we will sit and say that indeed these sessions have been insightful. If there are any questions, you can put it up. If you have some suggestions to we are open for that.
Yeah, there's some questions. There are some questions actually. Thank you so much for that very insightful conversation. A lot of people know that, oh, I can go to the bank, there are bank accounts. They don't understand. So thank you very much for opening the understanding on this. And then from some more unique, it says that Sammy, I'm sure that you've gotten answers to some of these questions, but let's still go through. It says that with the fixed deposit, does it mean if the money stay in the account exceeding the number of days required, would the bank take the money? Okay, this question is not too clear. And then it says that, is there any limit to which I can deposit with the fixed deposit account? Then the third one, with fixed accounts, fixed deposit account to generate interest or stocks, which one is more lucrative and less risky? And then there's a fourth question. It says that with a fixed deposit account, is there a flexibility of agreement in the document that will require me to withdraw in times of emergency, even though the duration is not due yet? Yes, you can do that. It's when you do a T-bill that you lose all your interest. Okay, so basically these are questions from Pastor Samuel. Please, if you answer, then I'll move to the next question. We are so sorry. I'd like to really apologize, but Mr. Eric Ahia is not coming tomorrow. So I just want him to quickly take these questions and we'll be out of here. We are done. Okay, Eric.
Okay, thank you. So on fixed deposits, so we are saying that we setting aside some funds that we want to lock up. So for instance, the question to say that fixed deposit, you can only do savings into your current account. You can only do deposit in your current account. Then when it gets to certain amount, so fixed deposit normally starts from certain amount. So it could be 1,000 cedis, you can fix it. It could be 5,000, you can fix it. It has no limit. You can fix trillion as fixed deposit. So it is not an account where you are supposed to contribute on daily basis or monthly, then it will be running. No. So the fixed deposit is an add-on account. So you have a current account, so you have 10 million in your account, and then you are asking the bank to say that I want to fix 5 million out of the 10 million I have. So that 5 million will be taken from that current account, placed somewhere. That is why we call it fixed. So it will be fixed in a different account. Of course, if you want to deactivate or you want to liquidate the investment, yes, you can. But that is what I said. You can be penalized for that. For instance, it is only fixed deposit that you can be told that at the end of the tenor, you are getting 5 cedis. However, if the tenor is 30 days and then after 1 week you want to liquidate it. The 5 cedis, they can tell you that we are taking 70% of the 5 cedis. So we are only getting 3 cedis or 2 cedis. So you get your 5 million plus 2 cedis. There is no way they will give you the 5 million and then add the 5 cedis to it. Never. Because the duration has not elapsed. And when you
And
have a
I
fixed
think
deposit,
most of the challenges people have also had is that they forget that, let's say I place a fixed deposit for 365 days, that's 1 year, and then it has run for just 3 months. So we are not only looking at penalizing you 25% of what you should have gotten in 365 days. It's going to be prorated. So let's say if you invested 1,000 cedis, your interest on it is 100 cedis. So we are going to divide that 100 cedis by 4, okay? And we'll take just one part of it, which is 25 cedis, because your investment has not lasted for the whole year. It's lasted for only 3 months. So out of that 25 cedis, then we penalize you 25% of that amount that is remaining for you to get. So 25% of 25 cedis. So you're going to get your 1,000 cedis plus that balance, 25 cedis minus that percentage that will be subtracted. Yeah, I just wanted to make that clear. Else, people will invest and say that, but they wrote on the paper that I should have gotten, let's say, 100 cedis on my money at the end of the year. But when I went to liquidate, the bank didn't even give me that. So the rate you are given is per annum. It means that it's for the whole year. So if anything happens, we are now going to calculate it by the day or by the month. And then you realize the actual amount that you earned on that investment. Yeah, please, you can go on.
okay, thank you so much. I think we've answered all the 4, right?
Yeah, we have. There's a last question that says, please, concerning the fixed deposit, when is it inflation is higher than fixed deposit interest rates? Okay, why should clients choose fixed deposit instead of investments that grow faster?
Okay, so I don't know. We have various forms of investment. Like we mentioned, you can invest in stocks, you can invest in shares, you can invest in real estate, mutual funds, and all of that. So we are saying that with the investment, it has a longer duration. So if you know that you can do 5 years without going for the money, or for instance, you can buy a piece of land and then you will start building, and then you not come and sit and cry that, yeah, I've invested my money into building and then the money is not coming back, and I need to do this now. My business is going down and all of that. Then you can go into that area. But with fixed deposit, normally, it's subject to renewal or rollover or whatever you want to do it. It goes for 1 year. So give or take within 365, your money, you will have it. You can do the 30, the 91, and all of that. But with the investment, we are saying that when it is bonds, 5 years, 7 years, when you need the money, it becomes a problem because you have to go through a process. Sometimes you have to write a letter, you have to do a whole lot of things. And looking at the nature of the businesses we have in Ghana, sometimes highly unpredictable. Prices can change within a day and you can make millions of cedis. Prices can change and you can lose big time. So when you want to take up a package, you need to really study what you are really doing. If not, because people can get rich overnight. Today, fuel is 13 cedis, 85 pesos. Trust me, if you get products wealth of 5 million today, tomorrow prices changes from 13 cedis 85 to 15 cedis. That margin alone, if you multiply by the number of liters you have, can change your situation in the next 2 years. So that is what we are talking about. So always, if you want to go for a investment package, let's do what will be closer to recoup our funds quicker. Unless, of course, we are saying that we have excess funds, then we can think about those long-term investment packages.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate this time with you. And we just want to say thank you so much for joining us. It was a very insightful session. I believe all of us here have learned about all these things. Tomorrow is going to be slightly different. Yes, we'll still do a bit of, we'll do something on investment, but this is going to be more specific. So I'd like all of you to join us tomorrow. Please invite people, tell them about this, let them just come and learn. I wish everybody knows all of these things, that it will help to enhance your businesses. We appreciate you, and we are going to share this on the IWC website. You can always visit the website to listen to any of our episodes of Catch Up with Lady Adel. It's all of it is there. You'll find it there. So please, if you are here and you are wondering if this was recorded, yes, it was recorded. You can have access to it on www.iwcconcepts. And at IWC, we believe one thing, that all people are the determined. What you say is the price of a thing becomes the price of that thing. So you are the world that have been created. So that's what IWC is about. I am world created. And we are believing God to help more people to, have that mindset that they determine the world that flows into their life, and also to help build entrepreneurs to create value in their business space. So thank you very much, Mr. Eric Anya. We really appreciate this time and this education. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, we appreciate it. And thank you all who joined, those who have been consistent from episode 1 until now. In this episode, I was really hoping that we will not be selfish. Person would have invited maybe 2 or more people to join and learn, because this is a free training. Okay, free training. Please, let's not keep this information just why they need to be here, and how it's changing your business space. And let's put what we learned into practice with the AI staffs. We are going to continue tomorrow. So please stick on the dot, and then we'll start. Today we are way behind time. Tomorrow won't be like this. 7:30 on the dot will close. So let's start early so that all the speakers will have enough time to explain everything to us. So God bless you. Father, we thank you. We give you praise for session 1 of episode 4. We pray understanding of what we are, the courage to put it into practical use, to enhance our visibility, to enhance the world we are creating in our businesses. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So visit www.iwcconcepts.com and you will have a lot of this information. And then please, if you've not registered for the AI Fluency, there's actually a chance we are going to give, maybe tomorrow, run a discount for those who have been consistent on this page, so that it would even go lower for all those who will be online. Yes, so you can register at a lower rate. So please, let's register. And we have links here. Give us your feedback. We would really appreciate, so we can improve on what we are doing. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Have a good